welcome. It's Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson and Matt Gay going to kick things off. And we are underway in downtown Detroit. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Goff going to open up with a throw. On the run to the right. He keeps it himself.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. He's inside the 35. And he will score. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. Second play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. On the return, Noah Igbenogany. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run here with the rookie. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll stick with him again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Amik Robertson there to bring him down. Here's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniel. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
First and 10 now from the 36. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Gibbs. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Third down, they need 5. From the gun, it's Goff. He's got his man complete. That's to Slav. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
First and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Not much there, maybe a yard. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he's into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll take this past the 30, a gain of 6, mark it at the 31. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Brian Branch in on the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. It's the quarterback. Oh, a loose football. And the Lions have come up with the football. It always feels like it's a safe play. Just have the quarterback keep it, get that first down, try to extend it. But here it's not free, and the defense will take over.
Yeah, the priorities of a quarterback sneak, Mike, are A, get the first down, B, protect yourself, but C, protect the ball. And he was not able to do the 3rd part of that act, and he's going to cough it up now and give the ball right back to this defense.
We are through one here on Wild Card Weekend. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Good blocking to the 15. And he's going to be taken down. A gain there of 15. First down, Detroit.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
So these screen plays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground. There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Now a 3rd and 2. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he will score again. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Bates now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Returning is Igbenogany. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Sennett, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the 1st down with that one. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. Taking off, and a nice gain there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And that is incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a 1st down. A run here with Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. 2nd and 10. They'll go play action with Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. Moving outside the pocket, just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And they'll take this down inside the 35. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Goff to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Lions 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd, as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Gibbs. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. One more time, they try Gibbs. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here.
And he's in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Four seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line. Now Daniel throwing on 1st and 10. Now pass deep for McLaurin. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the 3rd quarter of the NFC wildcard game. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Daniel. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
For whatever reason, when the ball was in the air, Mike, it seemed to me like he was almost having a little trouble tracking it. I'm not sure if that's what allowed the defender to catch back up, but ultimately it was the contact at the catch point that causes the incomplete, and now it's going to bring up 3rd and real long. And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground. And this is going to backfire in a big way. Going for it on their own side of midfield, but they turn it over on down.
Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the 3rd quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue, and I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to get them back into this one.
He'll manage only a couple. Quan Martin is there for the stop.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Inside the 10, it is caught, and he is out of bounds. Number 14 with a pickup of 14 and a 1st down. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. On the bootleg, it's Goff. Flushed to his right. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Returning is Igbenogany. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A big play to kick off this drive. 32 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Aiden Hutchinson getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down. A handoff, Gibbs running left. Open space to the 35. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will add one more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Returning is Igbenogany. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Pass caught. That's Lane. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. The right side, catch made by McLaurin. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats. Makes mom and dad happy. But, Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, oftentimes in the NFL, you learn more about your team in moments like this than you do when everything's going well. So I think this coach is paying real close attention to which one of his guys are going to continue to fight. That's a risky call here, but I understand what they're thinking. You find yourself down in the 3rd quarter. How do we steal some possessions? How do we get the ball back to our offense to cut into this deficit? But now in return, it's your defense that now has the tough task.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple, and it's 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. He's got space inside the 25. And he cannot be stopped. He is into the end zone again. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. He is having a performance to remember. There's 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions stretch things out even further. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Returning is Igbenogany. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. Tight end Ertz in motion. On play action, Daniels flush to his right. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, for the good corners, Mike, they all share this certain mentality, right? It's bring it on. I want the best. I want the ball thrown in my direction. So anytime they get a chance to break up a play and silence an opposing offense, but man, when they get a chance to take one away and get their hands on it, that is what they live for. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. A throw on the move is caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Goff hooking up with his tight end Laporta, and they give the Lions a first down. So 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action, Goff forced out wide. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline and just wasn't able to save the play.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Returning is Igbenogany. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Play action. Here's Daniels. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. A gain there of 27 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Daniel. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after.
And he'll take this one in. Terry McLaurin, touchdown Washington. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Commanders will get just a bit closer. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Khalif Raymond to return it. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Now, faking the give. A throw on the run is complete. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. He's inside the 30. And he is going to run it all the way down near the red zone. A long one from Gibbs, 42 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
He's to the 10, and he's into the end zone. They are pouring it on. David Montgomery, touchdown Lions. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On first down, Daniels. Now pass deep for McLaurin. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Kirby Joseph. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Frankie Louvu. And the Commanders will take over possession here at the 44.
Even though that interception, it probably won't have much of an impact on the outcome of the game, but at least defensively it gives them something positive to build off of, because up until that point, this game's been a struggle.
There's Ertz. He's got it right side. Daniels now on first down. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's to McLaurin. They connect again. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. To the air again is Daniels. And he's got another one. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Now Gay for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders cut into the lead a little bit. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. Up the sideline, past midfield. Down the sideline to the 20. A long one from Gibbs. 56 yards. So the last run is going to be the one. He has now broken the NFL record, most rushing yards in a single game. So after the big play to start, now we have 1st and goal. Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
The 3-4 defense, Mike, is predicated on the big man over the center. The nose tackle. He's big. He's strong. He takes up the entire middle of the defense, and that's exactly what we just saw on that play. He makes the stop for no gain.
And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
So it's a win here for the Lions. They are moving on in these playoffs. They win here at home as the number 2 seed. That means right back here next weekend as they'll host the game in the divisional round.
Something to tame, you wanted me to come running when you called my name. You wanted something to train